Welcome to the African Liberation Station. This is Brother Kweku or Ras Kweku, live and direct in person, coming to you. These are the things them that we always will reason about. I ask everyone that come to the channel to please like, share these videos, and always give it a thumbs up. Okay, so we appreciate of you, and it's always good to be with you. It's always good to share knowledge with our people. And at this point, really, when you sit down and you think about what is going on, as I said many times, we are, you know, sharing these interesting and important topics with our people, right? Yes, give thanks, brethren and sisters, for coming in. We are here to help to liberate your mind. But the subject that we are reasoning about is because it is very important to us as a people. And what I'm saying is that we have been talking about these things that are happening for many years. Now, as spiritual people, we should be prepared for what is coming in the pipeline and what is has been already here. Many people has been talking about how they see that food shortage is getting ready to hit right now. Now, these are things that we were talking about from many years, that these things were coming. These things are in the pipeline. These things are being planned. Okay, and these things are part of the system throwing up deceptions to capture and control, people. As for our brothers and sisters that are in America, in the UK, and all these different places, many of you, unfortunately, will get trapped in a crossfire, so to speak. Because think about this, brothers and sisters. These are things that we are saying. Yes, welcome in Apple Cider. Thank you as usual. Um, this is what our brothers and sisters, we have been showing them. Most of our brothers and our sisters that live in America and England, they don't know what particular fruit trees look like. Children are being raised. Our children are being raised in these places, and they don't know what a banana plant look like. They don't know what a apple tree look like. They don't know a lot of these things. So when these supermarkets are not there anymore, what are you going to do? When we have been saying to our people for a long time, listen, you have to start getting prepared, buy land, have space where you can, farm, where you can plant your own food for yourself, because these things are coming. And as a people, we are forwarding to nature. We are nature. Carbonated ones, listen to me carefully. We are nature. And we are forward into nature. You see what I'm saying is? And this is the space and the place that we have to put ourselves in, because when I was young growing up, I knew that we were into nature, we were into planting, we were into sowing, we were into eat that we grow. So those are the things that we have to realize. This is what is coming to again, because it's going to come to a time when you don't have a supermarket to go to, because nothing is going to be there for you. You see, so when we say that this is the time that we're living in, some people take it as a joke. Some people don't see it serious. Some people don't see it as something that they should take seriously, that they can prepare. You see what I'm saying is, now I hear a friend of mine was telling me, down in Jamaica, is saying that the government is telling them to be prepared for a food shortage. But we've been saying that for a long time. We didn't say that yesterday. We've been saying that for years, that these things are coming, because these are planned event. These are planned event by the system. And the more you come to your spiritual self, the more you will realize, the more you will realize what is going on in the system that you live, that they plan these things. And the reality is, when we get caught up in them, us destroying ourselves because we are not listening, we are not paying attention to the warnings that is being coming. You see what I'm saying? If you know, if you should know ahead of time that a earthquake is coming, what is it for you to do? Would you stay in the house, especially if you didn't build the house and know that the house is very strong to survive, a earthquake? This is what we're talking about. Preparation is the key, especially when you know what's going on. Then that is the thing for you to do, is to prepare for what is coming, that you can head it off. It's just like if you were going at a particular place and you know that there's an accident that happened down the road, what would you do? Would you still drive in that direction, or would you seek an alternative route? And when we know, that's why I said we don't need to believe anymore, because the days of beliefs are out the window. Believe meaning you did not know. And our people for a long, long time did not know themselves, did not know what's really were going on in life. But now that you come to know, because you have all the information that you need to prepare for what is next. This is what I'm saying is, you have all the information at your disposal. Some of us choose not to read. Some of us choose not to research. Some of us decide that we, even when those of us who do the research and those of us know what is coming, one will say, these guys, they just talk. If the media, the propaganda media doesn't tell you what we are saying, then it's not true. You see what I'm saying? The real fake news is those people who run the system gives you the fake news. You see what I'm saying? So our people always getting caught into things. Right now, I hear everyone talking about what is going on with Ukraine and Russia and all these different things. But our people are always getting caught behind enemy line because we think our enemy have love for us. And even though we have been saying these things for a long time, this is not the case. These people don't love you. They don't care about you. They blatantly telling you, especially these days, they are blatantly telling you, okay, by the things, by their action. When you listen to how these propaganda media is narrating these stories and saying how these people, oh, they are so important because they are blonde here, blue-eyed people, and that they are middle class or above, and that is how they describe their people. Okay? Oh, we don't have war. But if you know the truth and you've been studying the history of these European, which I say the three D's for European is death, domination, and destruction. Go look at their history. You cannot, no one can tell me that this is a lie. But these are the hard truths that we have to deal with. Look at the history. They tell you World War One, they tell you World War Two. Who was fighting who? Was it Africans fighting European? Was it anyone else fighting them? No, it was European fighting and killing European. All the crusaders and all these different things that you had at a particular time was European killing each other. So people can get in a frenzy when you speak the truth because they themselves don't know. There was no world war. There was European war, European tribal war. No African country was involved. You see what I'm saying is, and every time they have their war, they trick you and they get you to go and fight for them. The same thing they did with World War One in America, their so-called World War. When they get our people that was under enslavement are just coming out from under, they get them to go fight. And tell them when they come home that they're gonna make sure everything is fine for them. But was that the case? No. The same thing with their so-called World War II, when European killing European, and they get our people to go and do these things with them. They promised that they would come and make things better for our people, but it never happened. What I'm saying is coming right now is some serious things that's about to take place on this planet. Food shortage. One of these days, you're going to go to these banks and they're going to tell you, banks are closed. There's no money there. And people say, oh, these guys are making up things. But watch and see. I'm just showing you a trend. Okay? Muhammad Ali did say when they wanted him to go to Vietnam, he said, listen, I don't have no problem with the Vietnamese people. Me and them, they never call me nigger. Okay? But as he said, when he went and fought, win fights and came to America again, and he went to sit down in a restaurant, and they say, no niggers allowed. So what I'm saying to you is look at the stories and listen and pay attention. We are telling you these things for your own good. Why? Because we love our own. We love our own. And that is the reality. Spirituality moves us in the place that we are. Spirituality is about growth. It is about being true to yourself first. That is spirituality. Be true to yourself first. Know thyself, accept thyself, and love thyself. Those are the key points to you as an individual when you come into spirituality. If you don't have those three keys right there, then you didn't begin your spiritual journey. Because those are the things that you need to accept, because the world teach you not to accept yourself because of this, because of the skin color that one talk about. When this is the most important thing on this planet, they hide it from you. They hide it from you because they don't want you to know and accept yourself. They don't want you to love yourself because, again, I am going to repeat it. A lot of people don't like to hear these things. We are the goddess and gods of the planet. Facts. But the thing, the trickery that they have done is to get the gods and the goddesses to look outside of themselves for liberation. Because if you don't know that you are it, why did Bob says in one of his songs, Africa waits its creators? Because we are the creators. They fool you and tell you some story, and you believe the lies. Once you come into your spiritual self, you will really realize that all these things that they sold to you is nothing but lies and deceptions. You see what I'm saying? It's all lies and deception, and you have to set the matter straight with you first. Stop looking outside of yourself and look inside of yourself. Listen to that voice that is speaking to you from within, because that is what you call the God itself is speaking within you to raise you up to your higher self, to make you understand and understand that yes, this is where it is. This is the answer. This is where it lies. So you have to come to that place, into the full state of being awakened to what is taking place. So now that you come to that place, you cannot be fooled anymore. No one can fool you. They can't trick you because you see everything for what it is. As they say, you call an ace a ace and a spade a spade. And the more you grow in your spiritual self, you realize that you become more and more, less and less unafraid. Fear is fleeing from you, just like a lot of the people that used to be around you before you walk into your spiritual self, they just start to move away from you. You didn't have to do anything. You didn't have to do anything. because they can't stay in your presence anymore. You didn't have to run them away. You didn't have to tell them to come or to stay. No, go or stay. You didn't have to say that. They automatically do it. You see what I'm saying? So that is the place and the space that we find ourselves at this time when we say to our people, prepare yourself for what is about to take place. Because it is about to get rocky. And we tell our people, don't be caught, so to speak, with your pants down. Don't be caught unaware of what is taking place. You see what I'm saying is? It's easy to get caught up. It's easy to find yourself in a space that you don't want to be. Because sometimes we sit and we say, oh, I'm going to wait a little longer. No, don't wait. Whenever you see an opportunity to do something, to turn away from all of this madness, then make your moves. Don't doubt yourself. Because self doubt is very dangerous. You see what I'm saying? If you look for over how many years right now in America, what was happening for some time is the fact that they trying to get you not to plant food even in your own yard. You see what I'm saying is? These are the things, these are the telltale sign of what was coming. When they're telling you, oh, it's illegal for you to catch rainwater and all these different things, what is they saying to you? You are nature. And they're telling you that the natural water that comes from nature itself, they are forbidding you, telling you it's illegal to catch it. It's illegal to tap into nature's source. What does that say to you? If that is not a telltale sign that these people are up to something. I knew this for a long time because in the 80s when I went to America in the 80s, I know that they were paying farmers millions of dollars not to farm acres and acres, thousands of acres of land. Why is it that if you are about free so-called freedom and liberation, why is it that you are paying farmers not to farm their land? These are things that are there. One of the things is with what I find a lot of times with our people, growing up through the stages and realizing that how they got our people treated. Many of our people, and I'm not saying to you don't watch certain things. It's not for me to tell you. But what I realize, there is some things that we don't pay attention to or we don't make our children pay attention to. One of the things I realized that we didn't get our children to be interested in watching maybe some Discovery Channel, some History Channel, some Science Channel. None of these things we don't pay or we want them to watch BET and all these different things. Cartoons. I'm not telling you that cartoons were bad things, but a lot of the cartoons were very cunning in the way they use these cartoons, right? They disguise a lot of things in the cartoons. There were a lot of truths in them, but the children were unaware of a lot of these things. You see what I'm saying? But that's where they put their hidden messages a lot of times in these cartoons and these different things. So again, we have to come to the place of awareness, right? And the awareness is what is going to lead us to where we need to be. So I'm just giving you some things that how they set things in place, right? We know that these food shortages were coming. Now they're trying to blame it on this so-called war that is taking place in Ukraine and Russia, between Ukraine and Russia. Listen to me. We see the rise in fuel prices. We see the rise in food prices. It's been going on way before this happened. This is just one of those other distraction where they're getting us to move off mark, so to speak, or to keep our eyes focused on what we needed to focus on. Okay? What oil do you get from Ukraine? Huh? How much oil do you get from Russia? Where does most of the oil that supply your country come from? Do you know that? You see, these are things that we are unaware of. So these things were planned and in the making. It's no different from this book called Bible. They plan these things and then they work them out for you because we get caught up. You see? We get caught up. And that is the thing. So we have to look out. We have to look out for each other. We have to pay attention to what is going on. And we have to keep our people abreast with what is going on. We have to help our people to see what is happening. Those who want to know. Those who want to know. You see, because it is important. So, when I tell my brothers and sisters, prepare yourself for what is coming, it is not for me, it is not for my benefit, it is for your benefit, it is for your safety. Be as self sufficient as possible. Because when you have to go to them to get food from them, what do you think is going to happen? It ain't going to be no different. And listen to me carefully, especially my sisters. Listen to me carefully. It ain't going to be no different from when in America, when the black woman would go to the system, or the carbonated woman, I should say, would go to the system and ask for some help. They say, you have to get rid of the man before we can help you. Now you speak the truth and say if I'm lying, because I know I'm not. That's what they would do. You have to get rid of the man. You have to put him out the house because they want to destroy your family structure. Say, they'll tell you, get rid of him, put him out the house, and then put him on child support. But they never do that in their community. They never do that. And this is what we're showing our people. Don't depend on those who look like you because they're in government. They're not there for you. If they were there for you, things would have already been changed. They're not there to give you warning. They're not there to come to your community and say to you, brothers and sisters, prepare. And we're going to help you prepare for what is coming. No, see, that is what we are saying. They're not helping you to prepare for what is coming. They are only the gatekeepers to keep you where you're at. Do you think they don't? Do you think they are not prepared? They are prepared. And that's what I'm saying is we must prepare ourselves for what is about to take place. You don't want to wait until you go down to the supermarket and then you don't see nothing on the shelf. You don't want to wait. It's just like, when they used to tell you that a storm is coming and you see people rush to all these places to buy all these different things when they should have always be prepared. A woman or a man that stays ready never have to get ready. Stay ready in all situations. Your spiritual awareness and awakening will always keep you abreast and ahead of all of this. So you will never get caught up in the traps that they are setting for you. You know your enemy. You must always be 10 steps ahead of them. So we are not in a place where we are fumbling anymore. Because all of the things that were hidden from us is at our disposal now. If I were yours, whose history is inside of these places? Your history. They don't have any history of themselves in their places. What history of themselves do they have? They don't have none. So they live off you, and without you, there is no existence for anyone else on this planet. If it's not for the carbonated beings that are here, they would be in non existence. What do you think the sun is shining for? Why do you think the sun shines? Who makes it shine? Why is it that you are able to take the heat without all of these different things? Unless, why many of us as carbonated ones, I should say, that cannot take the heat, you know why? Because they here condition us into comfort. something that is actually not good for us. So we always run into the AC. And you didn't know that it's not good for you. That's why most of us have sinus problems and all kind of issues because of the AC. Our condition. You are programmed. If you find most brothers and sisters in the continent of Africa, you see how they deal with eat different. It doesn't affect them like it affects you and I who are conditioned in the Western world. This is what I'm saying. That you can't take the natural eat anymore. So it affects you in a way that you will always say, I can't take this. I don't want to live at those places where if I don't have AC, I'm not living there. These are what they have done to you. That the natural elements of nature does not react with you the same way as if you always continue in a natural environment. So we are affected. They put us in a place of so-called comfort, and the comfort is going to destroy so much of us that it's not funny. It's sad, but it's the real truth. And no matter what they do or say, they can't prove that what I'm saying is not so, because it is. And that is why we keep telling our people, wake up to the reality. Wake up to reality. Is what I'm saying. And no matter how short YouTube decide to cut my videos, it the truth is the truth and it will never change. And I know that there's people out there that is influencing YouTube to cut my videos up into parts and pieces that ones are not able to see them properly. But as for those ones, they are who they are. But it doesn't change the truth and it doesn't change the fact. And like I always say, I'm not on YouTube to make money. That is not my purpose here. My purpose is to give my people the raw truth. It is to help you to see what is going on, how the system is wanting to always keep a blindfold on you, that you're not able to see clearly. But we are here to open your eye that you can see. That you can see what is really taking place in the system that you live in and what time it is. And all we say is for you to be prepared and stay awake. And all these fake news and these fake medias that the system have in place to keep you in a state where you don't think for yourself and you don't reason for yourself. If these different news media, BBC and CNN and all of them don't tell you, then you think it's a lie. But what interests of yours as a carbonated one that CNN have in their as interest for you? They don't have no interest for you. They don't care about you. They're not there to make you feel good about yourself. They always distort the image of our people. Right? They always try to destroy the images of our people. They can't hide who they are. They are full with nothing but deception. And that is the reality. They can hide, they can say whatever they want to say, but it doesn't change the facts. You see what I'm saying? We are about growing. And no matter what they do, it is not going to change because they can't fool us anymore. You see, you can fool some of the people sometime, but you can't fool all the people all the time. So that is the space and the place where we find ourselves. So all they can imagine and all they can think about and try to do is not going to change. The truth will stand forever. The lie have to cease at some point, and the truth must see clearly. That is the reality. So you can't get away from it. You can disguise, you can do all kind of different things, but it doesn't change the fact, doesn't change the truth, because truth is going to stand forever. We are here to liberate our people's mind. We are here to show our people the way clearly. We are the light of the world. We're not talking about these man-made lights. No, we are the true lights. We are the lights that are shining bright as ever. Out of darkness come light. You see what I'm saying? Yes. You never seen one of your sisters or your brothers that, we say they are so much full with carbon that if you turn the light off and you see them in the dark, they are glowing. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to see a carbonated being shines. Just like when you watch the movie Avatar, we are light. We carry that presence wherever we are. When they see us, especially when we come into our God self, as soon as they see us, they know. They know that. So I'm saying to you, carbonated gods and goddesses of this planet, prepare yourself for what is about to take place. It's about to get serious. It is serious already, but it's about to get wickeder serious. You see what I'm saying? They want you to run to them, but you should run away from them. You should seek to protect yourself and those who you love. And we appreciate love you. That's why we are here to warn you and tell you to wake up and stay awake. You see what I'm saying? And don't be fooled by any of these things that is going on. Stay focused. Stay fully focused. Keep your awareness sharp all the time. Because the more you come into yourself, the more downloads you will have. The more downloads you will have, the more clarity you will have. And you will find yourself in a place of fullness, wholeness of mind. And it's nothing like having wholeness of your whole mind. That's why I said I don't want a piece of mind. I want my full mind all the time. Because if I only have a piece of my mind, then what's up with the rest of it? Who has it? So I don't want a piece of mind. I want my whole mind. Wholeness of mind is what I want. You see? And that is the place and the space. I always, my dear brothers and sisters, I give thanks for all of you. I give thanks for you tuning into the program. I give thanks always to see brothers and sisters that are paying attention and that are doing what they're supposed to do. See? So it's good that you're here when I'm live because you will see that these shows, even though they are reaching a certain amount of time, you will see that all of a sudden they get cut down to like 10 minutes, 9 minutes, 8 minutes, 11 minutes, and all these different things. But if you're here on the live, then you can see. I remember one brother said, I said it before, but when he see it happen for himself, I think it was my brother Ken Roy was saying something as regards to that, but he saw it for himself. That what I was talking about was exactly so. So the reality is, what I'm saying is that these are the things that they will do to try to keep us from uniting and bonding together. Because the more we bond together, the stronger we become. You see what I'm saying is. So we will do these things, we will meditate together. Even we don't have to be in the same place. We don't have to. We can be in separate places, but fully connected. You see, where I can say something and it resonates with you, you can hear it. and you know that I am calling your name and you are calling my name. That is how it's going to work. They can shut their phones off and think that it will stop what is coming and what is going on. No, it will not. It cannot stop what is truly coming and what is going on. So we don't need to walk in fear. No, not anymore. You see, we need to walk straight, upright, look once in their face and let them look down because they have what it is that they should be ashamed about. We have nothing to be ashamed of. That is the reality. We haven't committed these sins and atrocities. We haven't committed these mass genocide. We haven't tried to destroy the gods who bring all these things forth. The gods and the goddesses who bring these things forth, we are not the ones who try to destroy them. You see, so we have committed no sins, we have committed no crime. You see what I'm saying? So we are the ones that come into the awareness and recognize what they have done. We are not the ones who rob people of their name, their language, and rob them of all of the things that why if we are not the gods and the goddesses, why did you do these things to us? Why did you get everyone to hate us? You see, those are the questions that you have to ask. So that's why when I do a program, I don't bring other nations in and say, oh, we and this. No, I talk about us because no one else is interested in us. Everyone else is fighting against us and not with us. And that is what we need to always recognize and realize. So that's why when I come on here, I want to help you to see what is going on and how you should prepare for what is coming. And as long as you come into the state of awakening, you realize that what I'm saying is the truth. I don't need to pretend. I don't need to tell a lie. It doesn't make any sense. Because we don't need to do that. I don't need to remember what I say yesterday from today. I don't need to. Because the truth will always stand. You see? Some people always walk around with a clipboard and always pen and paper. Why? And I'm not saying it's a bad thing that you write down things that you can't remember, but they do it for a particular purpose that they will remember their lies and always know how to graph another lie to suit what they want to carry out their purpose. They will do that. They are known for these things. You see. So we just have to know and accept who we see. You see what I'm saying? That we, the gods and the goddesses who are on this planet, this physical avatar is not you, it's not me. It is just a vessel that we are operating in. And for the time being, we should always show great honor for this wonderful vessel that nature has granted us that we can operate in. And we should take care of it to the utmost. We should give it the best fuel to keep it going. For as long as the universe wants us to be here, we should keep this temple, this vehicle running on high octane at all times. And nothing or no one on this planet should mean more to you than this temple that you're existing in. And that is the reality. So, as I said, we just have to wake up and stay awake and forge ahead and help each other to grow spiritually. Help each other to grow, sharpen each other every chance you get. Your spiritual brothers and sisters, it is not time to criticize and to tear them down, but it's time to uplift them and it's time to help them to know themselves and accept themselves more and more. And many of us has gone through a whole lot on this plane, but guess what? The reality is it is going to come to a time when you look and you say, yes, I've gone through these things, but you know what? I see the reason why now. Yes. We see the reason why. And always moving forward, because we don't go backwards. Because nothing in life goes backwards. Everything is always moving forward. You see. So as I said, prepare, realize that you need food. You need to have all these necessary things in your presence. And what you don't have, you don't worry about it. Because as long as the universe know that you've been preparing, then it will do the rest for you. And nature will always give you what you need. That is the reality. We're not begging for anything. We need to stop begging. And we need to always command the universe to turn within our favor. And it's always going to do that. Right? Because the universe and us are one. That's the reality. We are from one place, carbonated people. We are from the universe. We come here via nature to have this human experience. Yes. And when this human experience is over, then we will move on to our next journey. The goddesses and the gods must in appearance and experience all these things in order to know, because this is what it's all about, not believing but knowing. So once we come to know what is going on, then we must do what it takes to save ourselves from the destruction that is about to take place. It's very, very important that we do so. You see, don't deny yourself from the truth, and don't let the system fool you anymore. Those days and times are over. You see what I'm saying? Because you have all the information, nothing can be hidden anymore. There's no such thing as these hidden things where the system is having you, tricking you, twisting you, and turning you. No, those days are done. As soon as they tell a lie, it is exposed very quickly, even in their own media. Just look at what is happening now, how different things are in the world that you live. You see? So pay attention, my people. And as I said, preparation is the key. If you stay ready, you never have to get ready. So I say, grand uprising, grand lifting, and everything may be grand with you. And I ask the universe to always turn in your favor, my dear brothers and sisters. I do. Because it is the time and it is true love. I wish you prosperity in all that you do. And I know that the ancestors and are the giants on whose shoulders that we standing at this time. They are always there for us, and they are always here to bring us to our higher and greater self. And I always pay honor to my ancestors. I don't worship my ancestors because I don't need to. There's no such thing. We don't need to worship any of those things. We just need to honor them. You see what I'm saying? Is we need to honor them. We need to show them our great appreciation love for them and for what they have done for us. And I said, my brothers and sisters, it is always great to have you in the chat room. And I see you guys commenting. I rise in. I see you just came in. And many sometime I know that these things does not always come out. YouTube doesn't send out notification a lot of times. Glad to see that those of you who are here, it is wonderful to have you. And it is always great to reason with you. And, you can always, again, email me, African Liberation Station at gmail.com. But we can always have these reasoning and we can always stay in touch. I'm not always on YouTube all the time because the fact is that I don't have things to say every day. Okay. Some days I just want to meditate. Some days I just want to sit and reason with a few friends on one-on-one basis, and that's how I do it. And so I have a lot that I am doing myself. So, forgive me for not always being on here, but it's always great. And I am thankful for the love that you have always shown. All of you guys that always here to support the channel. So I said to help the channel to grow, you can share these things with, those who are not all of you, my dear brethren and sisters here on YouTube. And I said, always know yourself, love yourself, and accept yourself. And those are the keys that you need to open the doors that you need to go through. So take care, and I look forward to the next time that I am on here, and we will reason again, right? One love, as Marcus Garvey and Bob Marley says, one love to my people, my coronated people. I'm going to make that clear. The people don't get the message they started. I love my people and always will. So take care, my wonderful brothers and sisters, and thank you for coming in and for spending some time here on the African Liberation Station.